Once in a while, someone comes into your life and it's like, bam, everything lines up. Your interests are the same. And even though you don't have the same mother tongue, you kind of really do. And that's exactly who my guest is today. I'm Patrick Marano, and this is Queerly Us. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, so you don't miss a thing. YouTuber, OnlyFans content creator, Bathhouse Enthusiast. No, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about my guest today, Rob, my German brother from another mother. Rob, welcome to Queerly Us.
Hi. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yes, well, nice to meet you. I feel like I feel a bond with you already, just from the content that I've seen on your YouTube channel. I feel like we have a lot of things that line up.
Yeah, I think also.
So we have a lot to discuss today. I
Good.
wanted to start at the beginning though, because I'm interested to know, and I'm sure so is my audience, how your journey began. What was there a point? I mean, you weren't always a YouTuber, so explain to us, is it something you always wanted to do? Was there a career turning point? And also, in terms of the subject matter, is very specific. Was that always going to be the case? So, where did it all start for you?
So I started doing YouTube videos in the beginning of 2021, and I was just bored because a lot of people were bored during the COVID times,
Hmm.
and I was thinking about doing some video stuff, and I tried some showing Berlin while COVID, like empty streets and stuff like that. But
Mm.
it was boring. I didn't had any good idea to show that in a really really nice way. And then another thing happened in my life. Um, Together with my ex-boyfriend and a very good friend, I got the possibility to took over a allotment garden, and we got a garden plot in a big garden club in Berlin city center,
Oh.
and it was like a mess because nobody cared for it for like 10 years, and so we started to bring new life into this garden, and from day one I was recording it. This was my first YouTube channel, and that was a lot of fun because we had in this time a lot of people were into gardening and searching for garden stuff on YouTube, and yeah, we had a fast-growing audience. But at some point, yeah, separation from the ex-boyfriend,
Oh.
and uh, that brought so many things with because I was like discovering myself in a new way. We were together for 7 years, and like in a closed relationship. And yeah, after that relationship, I discovered a lot of new things about me and what I want to experience. And yeah, so I started to uh, make a channel which is more me, because this special kind of gardening, Schrebergarten or Kleingarten, which what we say in Germany, is a very conservative field. So my main audience was like 70 and older,
Oh.
which is quite nice for the YouTube partner program, but which is not me as a person. So, and it was not very gay. We were three gay guys, but our audience was more accepting that we are gay than watching because we are gay. So
Mm.
yeah, that was the beginning of my media YouTube stuff. And in the beginning of this year, I started a new channel which is called InsideRob
Yes.
in different meanings. And I started it with a big journey to Thailand and the Philippines. So I made some videos about the traveling stuff and having fun there. And when I came back, I decided to make my first video about my passion for gay bathhouses. And in Berlin, there is a very famous one. It's one of the most famous worldwide, the Boiler, and I made a video about it. And it was a big success. So that I thought about, maybe I could go to other bathhouses too and tell my audience about my experience. And that was, yeah, that's a lot of fun. And I think a lot of people enjoy it. And a few weeks ago, I had the possibility to go into a bathhouse, one of the oldest bathhouses in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And I could show that from the inside. And that was, yeah, a big success too. So, yeah, I think with this newest channel, InsideRob, it's really more me than the channel I had before in the garden. So,
Well, sure. And you know what? I feel I'm confronted with this all the time as well. There are more facets to us. You know, you're not just one thing, right? So I enjoy lots of different things, and my YouTube channel shows a side of me, but I struggle personally sometimes because I find an audience tunes in to you for a certain reason, and sometimes it's hard for them to understand that you're more than just that one thing. So, for example, I will post about bathhouses, whatever, and then I'll try to post about something else, but it won't get the views because they're not as interested because that's not why they're there. But I'm interested because I have more to say than just that. So I feel like you talked about the partner program, and I totally I hear you on that because our content that we create is not ad friendly all the time, and I've had my own struggles with YouTube, the partnership program, and them giving me a strike. I got a strike. They took down one of my videos, and I still don't know why. So I understand your struggles. I really do feel like I understand your journey, even to the extent that you started because of COVID. The whole thing started, so, as did I. I was in hospitality. The hotel was closed. I started YouTube, and then and here we are. But I feel there's an authenticity to the topics that we talk about. Obviously, this is something that you're interested in, and it's a part of you, and that comes out in your videos. And that's what people want to see, and that's what they connect to. I wanted to ask you a question, though. I know you have OnlyFans. Actually, I'm going to put that on the screen right now so people can follow you. You have OnlyFans. So which one came first? Was it you talking about bathhouses on YouTube or the OnlyFans? The chicken or the egg?
I was on YouTube, but not speaking about the houses in that moment. And that's funny because you say bath houses,
Sauna.
and yeah, we
I know.
for us in Germany, it's always sauna because also, and I think sauna it sounds more steamy than a bathhouse. Sounds like a,
It's awful
yeah,
word.
maybe
A terrible word.
like the old Greek,
It's
which can be
bad. It's
also
not a good.
spicy, but yeah.
It's not a cute word. No, sauna is much better. Yes.
Yeah, but what was, oh yeah, and I was traveling when I made the first videos for that channel. I was in the Philippines and I was in Thailand. And in Thailand, I met in Bangkok, I met a guy from the US. And that was my first collaboration. And I did these videos, and during the journey, I did a lot of more videos for OnlyFans too. And I was like, okay, now I'm collecting stuff, and at the right point, I will create my OnlyFans. And then this guy from the US came and said, yeah, so the material is ready to go online. Can I link you now? And I was like, I don't have any video or any photo
I'm not ready.
online.
Yeah.
And then I had to set it up. And so the YouTube was there before, but I was thinking about doing that because I like having fun Yeah. And I liked recording it before, so I thought, I was sure to do that. So there was first the YouTube channel and then the OnlyFans. But what I see is, of course, uh, YouTube is perfect social media for OnlyFans. So in my relation, so the last video, this Inside Sauna video, is such a success for me. I never had so many clicks in 1 week on my gardening channel, and I had also months which were very, very nice. But I think the Deutsche Eiche video, sauna video from Munich, is like 140,000 clicks now, and that means a lot of people from there come to OnlyFans too, and that feels nice. But it's also a big, big pressure because I cannot go every weekend in a bathhouse and show it to the people. So I have to ask. I asked several other saunas in Germany and also in Europe if they would be ready to show me their saunas from inside, and
Yeah.
yeah, they are not so open, many of them, but I have
I
some chances.
I saw the video, the Munich one. That sauna is amazing. I mean, the bistro area, the bar area, they're tanning. They have massages. I mean, that's full on. The culture for saunas in Europe is much different than in North America. Here, it's not. It's usually more seedy, sketchy. People go at night, they're drunk, they're on drugs and stuff. Whereas in Europe, I find it's a little bit more cultural. You can just go there before going out, or, it's more social. It's more accepted, I think. And obviously, I mean, the money that they spend, like Boiler, for example, I'm so jealous. Like, I can't wait. I'll go to Boiler one day. My audience is like, you have to go to Boiler, you have to, because I do reviews and whatever. And so I'm so jealous. You have all of these saunas at your disposal, but I mean, to your point, you're saying it's difficult to get in them. Do they close? Do they? I mean, the ones here a lot of times are open 24 hours, so it's difficult for me as a creator to go in there and film because there's always people. Do they close in
It,
Europe?
it depends on the sauna. Of course, a city like Berlin has more. It's there. In Berlin, you have more. The weekend in the Boiler, for example, it's 24-hour open. But during the
Oh,
weekday, I think they close at 6 and open around 1, like that. So they have time to clean, of course.
yeah. Which is
So
perfect. Yeah, that makes sense to me to get in there and clean. And that's a
mhm,
good window for you to go in and record, I guess. I mean, if
yeah.
they're closed, maybe that's a good time for you, right?
Of course, I have a normal job too. That means I also can just most of the time I can go to the sauna and also for the recording during the weekend. So that's a bit more difficult. But a lot of smaller cities have not 24 hours open. So I think in Dresden, for example, they also have like they close at 1 on a Sunday. So there's also time.
Mm, a normal job. Do you want to tell us about your normal job?
My normal job
Yes.
is I'm working in the administration of the Deutsche AIDS-Hilfe, which is the German AIDS foundation, stuff like that.
Oh, that's so great. It's nice to have something to, at the beginning, as you know, you don't automatically start making money just because you're posting on YouTube. It takes a while
Mhm.
to get the views and everything. So it makes sense to have a normal job.
Definitely, yeah.
I hear you. Um, I need to come to Berlin, obviously, and then maybe you can show me around.
I will do that definitely. Yeah, Berlin is, the capital, the sex capital of the world.
It is.
So when I meet friends from New York, they say, "Sorry, New York is boring when you come to Berlin." So that's
No, it is. I was
for people.
literally in New York for Pride, just this, and it was sex wise boring.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never been to any part of America, but and I would like to go to New York, but I heard about that sex wise and party wise, that's
Yeah,
Berlin is great
it's
for
a
it.
strange place. Well, they cleaned it up years ago, the mayor came in, they had a terrible, like, Rudy Giuliani and stuff, and they sort of cleaned it up
Hmm.
and everything. So there's one sauna there, and it's a piece of trash, like it's just garbage. And apparently there's sex parties. That's what they do. So they have these spaces, and it's like sex parties, which in fairness, I did not attend. So I think that's my next thing to go check out, because if that's how they do it there. But I'm a sauna guy, so it's like it's really disappointing. If you want to, Montreal actually has a lot of saunas per capita. Like there's like 5 in the city, and it's not the biggest city in the world, but the French Canadians are, they're ready to go.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, in Berlin, you also can go to clubs like the Kit Kat Club or the
Hmm.
Laboratory, which belongs to the Berghain, where you can have these sex positive parties.
Yeah.
Really, like the lab is hardcore sex parties, but I didn't try that because, as you said, I'm the sauna guy. I want to go to a clean place where you can have, so in the boiler, for example, is a very clean place where you can prepare yourself, where you can have some privacy too. Yeah, so that's what I want to go to these other like parties where you can have sex too, but I didn't do it yet. So
I think maybe that's the reason it's not my number one choice, because it's more you're just thrown in with a group of people. And I don't mind being in a group, but I kind of want to have more control than that. And if I do want privacy, I want
mhm.
the Munich one actually had little rooms or something, didn't they? Because I find in the European saunas, it's more communal spaces and little cubby rooms that you can use, but it's not your room. You use it and then you leave. Somebody else can use the same room. But in Munich, did they have rooms that you can have that this is your room?
So this question is interesting. Yes, you can have private rooms. They have single rooms and they have double rooms, which you can rent. For 5 hours, you pay more than the normal entrance. And if you stay longer than for 5 hours, you have to extend this too. But you always have to pay for these rooms. This is in Munich.
Mm,
When you are in Berlin, when you go to the boiler, you have also like, no, you don't have any rentable cabins. You have private cabins and you can close them, but
yeah,
you cannot rent them. You
right.
have to get one and then you can use it how long you want. But in Munich, you always have to pay for it. That is a big difference. So
Mm.
Berlin, the boiler is a bit more. That's more a community thing because it's affordable for everyone. So to have their own space. If you don't invest money in your private cabin in Munich, then you have to go in one of the big dark rooms and they have only like curtains to close.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that's
anybody can just open the curtain and.
could be, yeah. But it's very dark there. So it's not that they open and they see everything or stuff like that. So
Mhm, mhm. The renting the room specifically, that's a very North American thing. Like here, when you walk in, they're like, do you want a locker or do you want a room? Those are your options. So obviously the locker's cheaper, and then the rooms can vary, in size and price, but that's how it always works here.
but
But yeah.
but the Deutsche Eiche in Munich, for example, is also Munich is a very expensive city and people yeah, it's kind of it's not affordable for everyone. So that's also the character of the city that you have to pay extra for stuff. Because I was in Leipzig. They have in Leipzig, in East Germany, they have or the former East Germany, they have both. They have the free private and the you can rent for money.
Okay.
That's the mixture of both. But I would boiler is the best, definitely. So if you want to go, so
Well,
what I saw now, I
yes.
will go to a lot of other saunas during this Pride season, to Frankfurt and to Hamburg, for example. But for now, my favorite is boiler, definitely. And I saw also saunas in Prague, in Czech Republic, and also in Bangkok.
So, well, yeah, let's talk about Bangkok then. So when you went there to Thailand, which I loved, I had been there. I wasn't there in I didn't really get into the sex scene there, and I know there's lots to do for that there. I was really on vacation and on the beach and like just the elephants and all of that stuff. But what brought you there specifically? Was it for that?
No, I was in. So I love Thailand, and I've been to Thailand for 20 times or stuff like that.
Oh, right.
And I've been in Bangkok for 2 weeks the last time because I was studying Thai language.
Oh,
So in Germany, you can do kind of an educational holiday, and I got 10 days additional holiday if I do an official Thai course. And I did this, and I met a Thai guy there, and he said, and I said to him, yeah, I would like to visit the sauna here, and they have several saunas. And he said, yeah, since they closed the Babylon sauna, which was the favorite of all guys who were visiting Bangkok, and they closed them, but there is another one, the crop sauna, and this is what comes after the Babylon. And he said, yeah, let's go there together. And we went there together on Chinese New Year. So that was very, very full. And it was also, I think, 6 floors, very big, very European. Yeah, I liked it. It was, but I went there to learn the Thai language. But of course, I had a lot of fun, not only in saunas, also with meeting guys there. And yeah.
Kapun Krap. Kapun Krap.
Khop kun krap.
How?
Khop kun krap.
Kop kun krap.
Yeah, perfect.
No, it's not perfect.
Yeah, not bad.
20 times. But I feel like Thailand is a popular destination for Europeans, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It is because it's easy to travel. We have easy flights to go there. So it's very warm. Most of the time I go there during the German winter, and German winter is can be hard. So I love Berlin in the summer.
Yeah.
I can imagine in Canada it's the same, right?
Yeah.
I love the summer here in Berlin. We have today, it's 25 degrees. Lovely weather, but the winter is not so nice. So this is, and Thailand is cheap for us to go. It's safe. Yeah. Yesterday I was talking to a friend about South America, and he said also it's so the fruits and the food, and it's also so nice. And I'm afraid of it because I like safety, and yeah, that's not always when you go to Rio or stuff like that. It could be dangerous for. And the other thing is, when I would go to a place, I maybe would like to vlog about it, and that could be difficult in Rio to have my 500 euro camera filming me. I don't know.
Flashing your cash around, you know. They think.
But I heard it's very good to have collaborations there.
Well, I heard. There's a lot of Brazilians in Canada, in Toronto, actually, so that's pretty good. Okay. Let's get back to bathhouses. You said boiler was your favorite. What makes it the best so far? You haven't been to all of them, but so far.
It's always, when I do a review about a bathhouse, I say always in comparison to boiler, because it's really like there are big things and small things. The smallest things maybe, but also important are, if you go there, there's something like an outdoor area. You can go outside to have a cigarette or just to sit there, because I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke cigarettes or take any other stuff. Sometimes I just go out there and you hear the voice of the city there, and then you sit outside, and when you sit there for 5 minutes, you realize, oh, there are real plants, and they are in a very good shape, and they take care of real plants here.
Yeah.
And in other places, you have only plastic stuff, and it's like boiler is really, they love what they do, and I think it's also a community thing. It's also about starting with the tolerance for, or acceptance for, trans people, for example. Okay. If you start with this thing, and I ask several times in my videos, yeah, what do you think about it? And yes, and sometimes you say things to maybe to provoke people. I also spoke about, what do you think about lesbians in the gay sauna and stuff like that. And people are always, when you say speak about trans people, they are always thinking like, oh no, they will come and they will invade our saunas and stuff like that. And Boiler says they are men's bathhouse, but if you feel you are a man, you are welcome here. So, and this is nice, and I like it. And I never had the feeling that there were too many
Right.
trans men who would take my space or stuff like that. This is one thing. The other thing is safe attacks, for example. It's always some of the saunas present as, yeah, use the condoms, and they preach like use condoms and do whatever is important. And Boiler is also aware of there's not only a condom, there's also the PrEP or the TASP and stuff like that. So just choose your own
Adventure.
yeah. So yeah, there are so many things, and they also aware of that people might take drugs there, and of course they don't allow that officially, but I think in Boiler they would never set somebody in front of the door if he is completely in another state of mind. You know, they would always care about people there, and there are so many things. I will show you when you come to Berlin. I will show you.
Yeah, please. It sounds like a lot of the things you're talking about, I thought you were going to talk about the facilities. Um, the steam room, the sauna, the rooms, but you didn't. You were talking about how they treat their guests. And so that's very interesting. Your answer is very telling of the type of place this is. It's an inclusive space who is accepting. Um, and they're what I like about, or what I hear from what you're saying, is that they are aware that things are going to happen, but they're not judging the people for that. They're going to be taking care of those people. They're not promoting it. They don't want, for example, drugs. They don't promote it. They don't want it, but they're not stupid. They know it happens. And it sounds like they try to take care of it in a respectful way.
Definitely, it is a community business. It is a business, definitely, but it's definitely a very community orientated business. I read like Hausordnung, like the rules of the house of saunas, who say strictly like drugs are forbidden, or prostitution is not allowed.
Right.
And what I know about the Boiler is, if you are a sex worker, you are not allowed to acquire, no, to
Solicit?
to find customers there. But if you have a customer and if you go there with a customer, that is like okay. So, and that's what I like. And I can also talk a lot about the facilities, because the facilities, they are just right. They are just perfect. The steam room, for example.
Yeah.
Sometimes you come into a steam room which is too bright or too dark.
Yes.
And
Too hot, too cold.
And Boiler is perfect. It's really, it's for me. I don't like it too dark. I know a lot of guys like it completely dark, but for me, it's, I want to see at least the shape of a guy, or like that. And this is really perfect. And they have also, in many saunas in Europe, you have two areas. You have like the wellness area where you have the dry sauna, and where you have the steam room, and then you have like the cruising area. And of course we have that in the Boiler too, but it's more one big thing. It's not, I can't describe it really. You have to, and I really hope that I someday can also show the Boiler from inside. That would be one of my, and I could do a tour like, so guys, I'm home. I show you my second home. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's to their benefit, the bathhouse's benefit. I mean, obviously Boiler doesn't have a problem attracting customers, and obviously they're doing very well. So maybe this is a bad example, but for me, when I do bathhouse reviews and I do a spotlight on a bathhouse, it brings a lot of views, and it brings a lot of people, who hadn't maybe known that it even existed to begin with. Now they know it exists, and they're interested. And I got people saying, oh, I want to go there, or that looks like fun, or whatever. So it's in the interest of the bathhouse to have you in there.
of them, for the most bathhouses, I think it's true,
Yeah.
but boiler really does not
Maybe
mean.
not boiler.
You go there every day, maybe on Sunday, sometimes on Monday, it's like, oh yeah, maybe not. But when we have events or at the weekend, in the rush hours, you have to wait for a spin, for a locker. You have to wait in line outside for the locker, and people
Sure.
do that for
Yeah,
some.
of course.
During Pride, they will wait for 1 hour or 2 hours.
Yeah. Pride, it's the same even here, like at Steamworks here, and there's a lineup during the whole weekend of Pride. It's packed, but that's Pride. That was okay. So boiler's the best. What's the worst?
I think I cannot say the worst. I had some maybe boring experience too,
Yeah.
um, and I think it would be not fair to say that here, because it was not dirty or stuff like that in this place.
Okay.
I'm thinking about now.
Yeah.
It's it's a city. It's a not so big city, and they have a much too big sauna for to not to enough people. So
Okay.
I would, and it's still a nice place with a old charm.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So
Rob, you're too sweet. I ask you to like dish the dirt and talk shit, and you're like, no, I'm a nice guy. I'm gonna only say nice things. Well, that's nice.
no, I think I try to be authentic, but I know that they are still in this sauna. There was a community, so I went there for 2 nights, no, one night and one afternoon, and in the afternoon it was like a youngster day, the time I prefer to go,
Yeah.
and there were a crowd, a small crowd of youngsters there, and I had the feeling they go there regularly and they feel very comfortable there,
Mm.
and it's like a small pub, yeah, for them to go, and so it's maybe not for me the best place when I want to have um, much guys or many guys in one night, but for many people it's a great place. And also when I went to Prague, I went to 2 saunas, and they were not nearly as big as in Berlin, for example, and they're still cute, and I had a lot of nice connections.
Well, and that's really what it comes down to a lot of times. For me also, it's the space can be okay, but if I'm making great connections, if I'm really vibing with the place, then that can make all the difference. The opposite, you could have a beautiful place and everything works perfectly, but if the vibe is weird or it's off and the staff is rude, and I encounter a lot of like rude staff at different places. Rude, just unfriendly. In North America, we're told to smile. So if you do customer service, somebody enters, hi, how are you? That's just how we operate. Like that's just ingrained in us that's what you're supposed to do. That's not always what you get, but that's what you're supposed to do. So I find like when we go to Europe, sometimes the Europeans, it's not really about smiling or, it's just about I'm going like at a bar. I was in London. You go to the pub and you order a beer. They're not smiling at you. They don't care. They just tell them what you want and they're going to give it to you. And that's it. You pay and you're not friends. Like, you know, so I struggle with that sometimes with the conversion of trying to keep in mind, oh, this is just how they operate over there. They're not being mean. They don't do it the way that we do it, for example.
Yeah, I heard from a friend who is new to Germany that the people are so mean, and I ask him, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" With and he can't tell me, but I don't know. Maybe it is. But when I think about Boiler, for example, again, the
Yeah,
staff is so friendly. They're
everyone's friendly.
not only to me, also to other guys there, and
Yeah.
but maybe it's different to the North American part. I think, yeah, but maybe we have maybe we think we are more authentic when we are in a bad mood. We cannot
Well,
smile or stuff like, yeah.
probably it's more authentic because you're like, I'm not your friend. You don't have to smile at me. Like, it's all fake. So I hear you. I hear you. What I was in Amsterdam and we went to Sauna NZ. And so if that's not on your list, you should put that one on your list too.
It's
I talk about a place that the facilities are okay, but the vibe was amazing when I went. Anyways, have you been?
I'm yeah, I've never been there yet, but I was talking to a friend I met yesterday in Boiler, no, 2 days ago in Boiler, and he told me I should go there because he was there and he said it was really nice there. And I also wrote them, and I hope maybe they have some capacity to show me around also. But I want to go there. Amsterdam is not so easy to go from here from Berlin. It's not with the train. You have to go on a flight. But
Oh, really?
yeah, but because Berlin is like the opposite, it's more in the east. So maybe I can connect it to when I fly somewhere far away, because Amsterdam is a very big airport to go to Asia, for example, also. And what I will go very soon is in August, I will go to Helsinki because I tried some blinds booking with an airline and they put me to Helsinki. So I go to Helsinki and they have also a gay sauna.
Oh
So
my God, I love that concept. What's blind booking? You're like, just send me anywhere. This is how much I have, or what? What is?
yeah, so I say which cities they have, like 10 cities I can choose, and I can de-choose some of them because I don't want to go to Düsseldorf or here in Germany. Yeah, then
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
I can put them away.
Check them. Yeah. Okay.
And then it says, yeah, this is the price for the places you could go. And then I paid like 93 euro, I think. And then I tapped booking, and then they said, yeah, you go to Helsinki. But at the same place, I could go to Vienna, and I thought, oh, Vienna has also a very good sauna, they said to me. So I wanted to go direct flights and not so early flights because my airport is so far away from me. So that is also you can choose. And then, yeah, now I had to get some Airbnb or no, I have a hotel room to go there, and I'm very excited to go to the gay sauna there. There's a small one, and the Finnish saunas are very famous.
Those are well, that's the real. I mean, they have the saunas, but that's not for sex, though, right? They have like.
That the place I was choosing is definitely a place where you can have sex too.
Yeah. I saw on your Twitter it says DM. I'm going to be in Helsinki. DM me for collabs.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
that's what it's about. I love that. I'm so jealous of Europe. I mean, just everything being connected. I mean, you said the train is hard to get from, but still, I mean, the flight from Berlin to Amsterdam is short and a lot cheaper than the flights around North America where everything is so spread out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, New York is 1 hour away on a flight. That's the exception, but most places are far and hard to get to. And we don't have we don't do train. We have trains, but they suck. Like we don't do trains here. It's a car. Everybody's in their cars. So I'm much more of a train person. So we took the train from Amsterdam to Paris, and I just loved it. Just getting around.
Trains sometimes also sucks here in Germany because the German Bahn is not very good, but it's easy. For example, to go to Prague, it's I think 4 hours to Prague, yeah, or to Munich. It's 4 hours if I take the very fast train. Hamburg is 1 hour. So
you say it sucks, but probably somebody like me it would be a dream. You know what I mean? Your standard is much lower. Your standard is probably a lot higher. You're expecting something, whereas I have no expectations. And just the fact that there is a train, I'm so excited like that.
Okay.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yes. When you go to Berlin, it's also easy. When you are in Berlin and stay for maybe 2 weeks, you also can go from Berlin to Hamburg, to Leipzig, to Dresden. It's very close around, so to discover the saunas.
Well, I don't know if you know this. So I used to be an adult entertainer back in the day. My name was Eddie Stone, but I was living in Los Angeles and I was filming movies and with all the big porn studios and stuff. And do you know Bruno Gemunder? How do you say his name? He does
the yeah.
Yeah. So we did a few books together, like coffee table books and stuff. And I came to Germany on a tour of Germany, book signing. And we did like Frankfurt, Munich, Hamburg, Berlin, where Cologne, but it was very quick. So I was only in each city like maybe a day.
Okay.
In Berlin, we were there. We filmed a movie called Collide in East Berlin. So we were there a little bit longer. But so I've seen a lot of the country and I'm dying to come back. So now I have a connection.
Yeah, yeah. So I can show you around. So in Boiler, and the saunas around, of course.
InsideRob. Yeah, I saw your Twitter.
Yeah, that's
Have you heard of the North American Bathhouse Association?
I heard about it because I was clicking on one of your podcasts.
Oh, okay. So they have it every year, and that's where I actually met the guys from Sauna and Zed. They actually were invited and they came, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, they were there. And actually, I had gone to the sauna before I met them. So I was in Amsterdam. I went to the sauna, didn't know anything about them. Came back, went to Vegas for this convention, and they were there, and they were representing the Sauna NZ. So I just thought of you as somebody who might be, interested in something like that. They have it every year. It's always in North America because it's called the North America. But there are some European people that show up and stuff. So
I don't know if we have something
you do
in Europe, but
you do. There was one in Lisbon, which I reached out to them and I was like, "Hey," and I never heard back. So I don't know what happened. But there was a similar one in Lisbon where all of the sauna people go, and that would be, I think that would be interesting for you to attend at least the European one and get to meet the owners and talk to them. And
sounds great. Maybe, maybe I can be there someday. So, but that would be very interesting for me. I have so many ideas, and to be honest, I would have like a dream to have my own sauna.
Rob, you and me both, babe. You and me both. What are we waiting for? Come on, let's make it happen.
In Berlin, we had like 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, 15 years ago, we had, I think, 5 saunas, and now it's just one boiler.
Yeah.
All the others closed.
One really great one.
It's, of course, but I think there would be,
yeah,
there would be more, there would be also the capacity for more saunas. So,
yeah. Absolutely.
But
yeah.
But I was thinking about opening a sauna, maybe not in a country where a sauna would be. I thought about Thailand because I love Thailand so much,
Yeah.
And then I thought maybe it's like the gay sauna concept, but not focused on a sauna, focused on wellness in another way, maybe like with more pool stuff and a lot of playgrounds and I don't know.
Like meditation type wellness, like spirituality, or that sounds very Thailand.
And Thai massage.
Thai massage, which were so not expensive. We had one every day we were there. And really relaxing and good.
Definitely.
Well, let's keep in touch. It sounds like we have a lot in common, and I think people like us need to help each other. So we're going to keep in touch. I'm going to put all of your links to your socials and everything down in the description of this video for folks. Is there anything you want to say before I wrap it up?
Thank you so much for having me on your channel here. Really nice to meet you. And yeah, let's keep in touch.
Yeah, it sounds like we have plans that could go together. Thank you so much for joining me, Rob. And for the rest of you, I will see you in the next episode of Queerly Us.